Well, as we've just seen, we had some lovely weather just a few days ago. It's a pity in a way, I suppose, it didn't last into the bank holiday weekend. But having said that, it shouldn't be too bad. Although, as we head into the weekend, it's going to get more and more unsettled as time goes on. Even today, we've got a weakish weather front not very far away, quite moist west to northwesterly winds, and they have been bringing us a good deal of cloud. But the cloud's been thinning and breaking all the while, more particularly in the more sheltered central and eastern areas. You can see the way these holes have been opening up and spreading southwards as well. So I think that sets the scene, and although it is fairly cloudy, and there is indeed a little bit of rain and drizzle in some of the more western and northern areas, the more sheltered central and eastern parts should brighten up. There'll be some sunshine around too, maybe just the odd shower perhaps popping up as well. But some of these coasts and hills, more particularly in the northwest, they're holding on to that cloud and the spots of drizzle. That'll make a big difference to temperature, where it brightens up a warm 18 degrees, where it stays cloudy a cool 13 or 14 degrees. A lot of cloud around later tonight too, spreading back, the holes filling in, and indeed a little bit of drizzle around western and northern coasts, and some heavier rain beginning to show up in the north of Scotland, but a mild night just about everywhere. Now we are going to have some weather fronts moving down across the country during tomorrow, so they are going to keep it fairly cloudy, or make it fairly cloudy. There'll be some bright weather around to begin with, but a good deal of cloud, outbreaks of rain, showery rain at that, moving down into northern parts and eventually coming right down across the country, breaking up and getting lighter and more patchy probably as it does so. So there'll still be some brightness in between, even in the south. But following on behind, quite cool winds, and those cool northerly winds are going to set in for Tuesday. And again, we find some weather fronts moving down from the north. So another belt of showery rain coming down across the country, much brighter weather following along behind, and reasonably dry and bright for a good part of the day in the southernmost parts as well. By Wednesday, that front will be out of the way. We'll be into those quite cool north to northeasterly winds, and it's a showery look to the weather, really. Some of the showers quite heavy, I think, more particularly in central and eastern areas, fairly light in the northwestern corner, but the problem is it's going to be fairly chilly, that is, unless you've got a little bit of shelter in the south. And as those winds ease off and the showers die away during the evening and overnight with well-broken cloud, that does mean to say I think we're going to look out for some ground frost, more particularly in the sheltered valleys and glens in the north. Those lighter winds with us for the latter part of the week. Low pressure never very far away. We're not exactly sure where that's going to be, but I think low pressure not very far away, so showers or longer outbreaks of rain, especially in the south, brightest in the northwest.